So a quick recap of what we have seen with markets thus far. Certainly we do know that all the attention had been on the Federal Reserve this week once again. And Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen in her two-day testimony to Congress had evidently leaned towards the dovish end. So as we have seen with the market's reaction itself has been, the fact is that the prospect of probably an extension to the current accommodative situation within the market had really led equity markets to soar, the likes of Dow Jones itself printing a fresh all-time high following her first day of testimony. So as things stand right now, we are seeing equity markets itself pretty much perched and actually rising through the week. But that said, we still have consumer price index that's going to be due today during the US session, and earnings the market is really looking out for. So we do know that some attention had really been focused on inflation numbers and how that is really curtailing the interest rate rise for the Fed. And today's CPI numbers will be one to watch out for. But in addition to that, positive expectations for earnings are really keeping quite a lot of boost within the equity markets as well. Separately, for the Asian markets, we have seen trade data coming through from China, and the fact that we have had 11.3% growth in terms of exports that surprises on the upside had actually provided quite a bit of positive for markets here in Asia as well. So for the upcoming week, what are some of the key items to really look out for in trade? Indeed, look out to the IG economic calendar on the IG website for the full suite of events, but I'm just going to highlight a few items. So on Monday we have Japan closed for the Marine Day holiday, but Thursday itself brings in the Bank of Japan meeting and also their outlook. The market is currently expecting the Bank of Japan to keep rates unchanged as usual, but some of this attention could focus on how they moderate their outlook in terms of growth and also the inflation numbers. But really on Thursday itself you have the ECB meeting that is going to be due as well. So as we do know that previously into the end of June we have heard from ECB President Mario Draghi expressing that he's open for some tweaks to the monetary policy. Wall Street Journal has just recently reported that some of these expectations for changes could come through in their September meeting, but nevertheless focus ahead to the ECB meeting for how he might actually pave the way towards that change in terms of monetary policy. So for the key markets to trade over here and the language to really hear from the ECB president, look out towards the euro market. So euro US dollar itself has been hanging around the 1.14 levels in the Friday morning here in Asia, but should we really hear him actually change his stance quite a bit on the hawkish end, it could actually bring prices up towards the 1.15 level resistance, and on the downside support can be found in this ascending support around 1.133 levels. So moving on to the next event, I would really say that it's going to be on growth numbers over here in Asia. So Friday today we have heard positive number coming through from Singapore at 2.5% year-on-year growth for Q2 GDP. Although it missed the market's expectations slightly, it still come across as a rather strong number, and we've seen muted reactions in markets here. But nevertheless, the next week we are going to hear from Asia's largest economy, China, and their Q2 GDP numbers. So you would recall that Q1 numbers had actually been pretty strong at 6.9% year-on-year. Market is currently penning in a median consensus of 6.8%. Any shifts over here could really do quite a bit of impact to the regional markets. In addition to that, not to forget, we have FAI, fixed asset investment, industrial production, and retail sales number that is going to accompany the GDP figure. So for the markets to really be trading here, I think we've seen quite a strong trend with the Hang Seng Index really topped at 26,000 level in the past week, and momentum here is pretty strong with that bullish bias in China market. I think it's one to keep looking out for on the upside.